Hey, wake your asses up. Wake y'all ass up. Honestly, there's what's up? What's up? Wait, what time does this start? Niggas is like, where the fuck is Adrian at? Like he don't ever show up. What's up, y'all? I'm here. This is my first legit live stream. I did one before. My energy was so low. With that one, I had to take that shit down. I said this on my podcast. There was a tweet that I saw that said that if you don't pick a day to rest, that your body will do it for you. That was definitely one of those days. I was just not into it, but I'm definitely into it now. I feel like there's so much stuff to talk about that I'm gonna have to. Or you know what? There's not a lot of things to talk about. There's a couple of topics that are just very deep. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's going to take a lot of time to really discuss it. You look great, Agent. Oh my God, so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. New energy, new everything. I don't know. I feel a lot more motivated for some reason, like this year. Than I did before, and I'm also working on some stuff. So that I don't know. For me, I know with the way that my brain works, it needs something to do. Hi, oh Chris, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. Hey, what's up? My brain always needs something to do, so I am just accepting that fact about myself and just giving it shit to do instead of going in circles and being You know how it is when you're like going through a bunch of like anxiety and shit. You be in your bed like, oh my God. But as soon as you get out of it, you feel like a different person. So yeah, that's the tea. I'm ready for a live stream today. Let's get into it. Okay. So first I want to talk about Sharon Osbourne and then we can no, you're not late, Viv. What's up? First, I want to talk about Sharon Osbourne and then we can get into it. I am sorry if you can hear this loud ass fan of my MacBook. Hopefully you cannot hear that shit. I don't understand why. I understand that it's a super fucking computer. This shit look like it's giving me all types of alien technology type of things. But bitch, if you are that advanced, no shade, this fan should not be sounding like me when I walk up a flight of steps. Like it should. Anyway. So let's talk about Sharon Osbourne real quick. I thought we was gonna be done with her. Like I thought we okay, girl, she said some really crazy shit. And it's that she honestly was just defending Piers Morgan ass, and she just, for the life of her, she could not see why people had an issue with that. And she was more concerned about, let me just read you what she said after all this shit went down, right? I just have to, this shit is listen to this shit. This is what Sharon Osbourne said. So Cheryl turns around and asks me this question, and she's reading it off a card. It wasn't on my cards. And then another co-host, Elaine, she's reading her questions, and I'm like, I've been set up. They're setting me up. My anger was like, I cannot believe this. I'm your sacrificial lamb. That's what she says. There's so many layers to this shit. Like where do you even begin? What's up, y'all? What's up? We already discussed the fact that it's so crazy for people, for white people, for like white women to be like, you do the work for me, you do the research for me. Don't you dare cry. I'm the one who's been hurt. Like as a reaction, and as a reaction to people's like being really weird about them defending racist shit or doing racist shit. Like, I don't, it's crazy as hell. Hey, Adrian, big fan of your content. You always crack me up. Love you. Thank you, Miami Kitty. What's up? Thank you. That's sweet. I think it's so crazy that the people who benefit from racism are the ones who are sitting here saying, bitch, don't you cry. I'm the one who's been like, they sacrificed me. I'm the sacrificial lamb. Like, I'm like, what do you mean? If you just took 2 seconds to understand the perspective that someone is coming from, that the victims are coming from, people are telling you like, hey sis, like this shit is fucked up. And instead of saying, okay, I don't know shit about this, let me like calm down and listen to what this person is saying, your immediate thing is defense. And a lot of times, and you weren't even attacked. Your thing is defense and you weren't even attacked. And a lot of times when you see people have those reactions, there's something underneath it. There's always something underneath that shit, right? Always. And just yesterday, there were reports coming out. Well, if it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I'm not sure. But there were reports, all this shit, just, make sure I cover all my bases. What TS Masters should be saying? Allegedly, you know what I mean? But there were reports coming out from people, different sources in the industry that literally you can look it up right now. It's all over Google. Just bringing up some of the experiences that other people allegedly had with Sharon Osbourne. I'm not going to go into it because it's like too deep into it because that shit, it feels really ugly. It feels really ugly. But I'm just going to read you like some headlines and some excerpts, okay? Sharon Osbourne, listen to this shit. Sharon Osbourne, co-host of the CBS daytime panel show The Talk, would frequently refer to then co-host Julie Chen, who is Chinese American, as, quote, wonton and, quote, slanty eyes. Now, my thing is with racist people, I think that y'all should come up with new jokes. Like, wow, oh my God, you called a Chinese American a wonton. Oh shit. I mean, do you want a prize for fucking originality? Oh my God. Like, my thing is, like I told Stacey Dash, like I tell the rest of you, if you're going to be a bigot, you need to be an effective one. You need to be, oh my God, an original one at least. That's not it. That's not it. You thought that was the worst? That's not it. So remember what I said. The reason why a lot of these people have these defensive ass reactions is because they know they be doing shit. And of course you feel the need to instinctively knee-jerk ass reaction, instinctively defend Pierce Morgan if allegedly you're out here saying all this shit. Osbourne, this is another one. She apparently would refer to her old co-host, Sarah Gilbert. Sarah Gilbert is a lesbian. She called her a pussy licker and a fish eater. Sharon, you got other shit to be worried about. How did you, like I always say, it's the Barbara Streisand effect. If you don't look that shit up, Barbara Streisand effect is basically like, bitch, if you a celebrity, you talk about some shit that you don't want people to fucking notice, and you talk about like, oh girl, don't look this shit up, or don't look at my house, or don't. They're going to go and look at that shit. She said a fish eater like we were at a Jamaican motherfucking church event, like we were at a fish fry. She really said that. She allegedly she said fish eater, like she like the pastor, like the youth pastor finna come around for your fucking fish plate or something, bitch. Like we fucking okay. Oh, a lesbian pussy licker. You see what I'm saying? Like, come up with more original content. How many times have lesbians heard that shit? Like, I feel like lesbians, let me know what the tea is, because I feel like as a gay man, I want to laugh at the insults, and you're not giving me comedic content. So I feel like maybe lesbians, you can feel what I'm saying. Like, bitch, oh, a pussy licker. Okay, I heard that in fucking 5th grade. You know what I mean? Like, come up with something else. Come up with something else. Come up with something else. So, and then Holly Robinson Pete also said this. I'm old enough to remember when Sharon complained that I was, quote unquote, too ghetto for the talk, and then poof, I was gone. She said, I bring this up now because I was mortified watching the disrespectful, condescending tone she took with her co-host Cheryl, who had remained calm and respectful because she had to. And it's crazy to me. After all of this has gone on, the talk decided to cancel the whole shit. Instead of just taking her annoying ass off the show, it's not like I watched that shit, no shade. But what I'm saying is, like, instead of taking her disrespectful ass off the show, it canceled the whole thing. It doesn't, it's just, I hate it, but it's very important to just not let that shit. I don't know. Like you honestly, you can tell with the way that people talk, with the way that she was like so defensive and shit over not. She was not being attacked. She was just being spoken to. You can tell the people who usually conduct themselves in that kind of way, like based off of how they react to these kinds of situations. Like it's crazy. I just remember, yes, and I brought that up in my last video about it, where her daughter Kelly Osbourne was like, if you remember, she told Donald Trump, she was like, guess what? If you get all the Latinos out of here, who's gonna clean your toilets? And she really thought like she was gonna, oh yeah, I really hit them with that one. Like, can you imagine somebody said, if you kick all the blacks out of here, who's gonna chew up your chicken bones? Chicken bone suckers. Who's gonna chew on your watermelons? These people are crazy, girls. These people are crazy. I'm telling you that shit right now. Okay. If you kick all the black people out, who's gonna chew on them chicken bones? Who's gonna make them collard greens and them cornbreads? Oh my God, bitch. Bitch, and oh my God, I love it when people ask me, bitch, do you really act like that? Like in your videos, like you really act like that? It depends on the day, bitch, but sometimes I'm worse. I promise you. Like, I be on live stream. The people who watch me on live stream know I'm crazy as fuck. I love you, Adrian. I love you, but I swear you're like the friend you gotta put headphones in to talk to. Oh, I am that friend. Like in real life, I am that friend. Like for real. Because my friend Gio, I be having to say, are you around family? Like, because the first few times, I remember the first few times he would be scrambling for his headphones, bitch. I'd be like, oh, hey girl, what's the tea, bitch? He'd be around his family and shit. Oh God. I'm talking about scrambling to put them headphones in, bitch. What's up, y'all coming in? Okay, real quick. The reason why I'm already crying and I ain't really start this shit yet. Deshaun Turner, didn't her father bite heads off Bass? And she said, wait, what? Who? Oh, Osbourne, child. I was like, who biting heads off of bats? I was like, please keep doing it so I don't have to fucking hear about Batman no more. I'm so tired of his stupid ass, girl. Justice League is not, we ain't talking about Justice League yet. I'm tired of Batman's stupid ass. Anyway, I want to talk about Cardi B. And the reason why I didn't put the other person's name, Candace's name, I just didn't want to put her name in my title like that. But basically the Cardi B and Candace Owens situation. We have to remember, before I talk about that shit, we have to remember that Candace her show is coming out on the 19th. So why else would she reach back to talk about wet ass pussy? That shit came out so long ago. Why else would she talk about a Grammy? I mean, we already know that Cardi B responds to every goddamn thing that's launched her way. So the easiest way to do that shit, the easiest way to promote your fucking show is to get everybody angry. Candace can take the headlines whenever she wants because of the connections that she has in media, especially right media on the right-hand side. Camille, thank you. Y'all so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, especially with her connections in media, she can take the headlines whenever the fuck she wants to take them. She can go on a show. She can go on somebody's fucking show. She can go on Fox. She can go on the headlines, take it whenever she wants them. You know. So I think the whole point is to just get everybody fucking pissed, like she always does. And in the beginning, when I was a little bit, I keep saying when I was a little bit younger, like my ass ain't young right now, but years ago, you probably would have got me to be able to get on YouTube. But it's like Miss Mama's, Candace is gonna take that shit and she's gonna flip it. She's gonna take that shit, she's gonna flip it into dollars. She's gonna take that anger, she's gonna flip it into you know what I mean? Ad placements on her show. Like she's gonna take that shit and flip it. And I think the reason why she targeted, Cardi B, the reason why she targets people like that is because she knows they'll respond, and she knows that they'll get the millions of people who are following them or whatever. She knows that she's going to get eyes on her show. You know, I think we have to remember that women. I think, of course, we're going to end up talking about certain things that happen, but I think we have to be deliberate about. We just have to make sure we understand that Candace thrives off of this kind of shit when we're having these kind of conversations. So, like, don't share no links to her shit. Like, if you're talking about her, screenshot her tweets. You know what I mean? If you feel like sharing her tweets, screenshot them. If you cannot stay away from, I don't know why you want to share her tweets, but screenshot them instead of like doing things like that. Screenshot them instead of like retweeting them outright, or making sure you don't post a link to her show or anything like that, because that's exactly how these people capitalize off of basically anger. And she's not going to change anything that she's saying. I honestly believe that she don't even give a fuck about, like I tweeted this, I don't think she cares about Cardi B and Megan on stage. Like, I don't think that she cares. I think the shit that she says is horrible. But I think that, you know, how can you go from suing somebody over discrimination because you felt like you were discriminated against because you was a nigga, to now this? I don't think she believes half the shit that she says. I just think that she knows how to capitalize off of the audience that's watching her. She knows how to get the biggest riled up, and it makes her money. Okay, it makes her fucking money. And yeah, you know, it can work out for both of them. I understand what you're saying. Like, Cardi B also, you could put anybody in Cardi B's place. Like, Cardi B also benefits from the attention because she gets more. But to me, it's not worth the cost of giving Candace more attention. And I mean, you can also argue that I'm giving her more attention, but it's like, girl, I ain't no Cardi. I ain't got no like trillions of followers or anything like that. So I think a lot of arguments can be made, but I think that we have to remember what is actually happening, what Candace is actually doing in actually effective ways to fight against it. And I think one of those things are definitely, we cannot be sharing her direct links. We cannot be sharing all the, you know, her clips and shit to our show. We cannot be, it's just, I don't know if it's too late for all that, but I just think it's important to keep that in mind. See, Candace Owens definitely knows her lane, but considering she's on that Tucker Carlson time, she probably believes it too. I think she believes a lot of the things that she does, but I think that she says, but I think that she makes it seem like some of the things are bothering her more than they actually are. you know, I mean, it's entertaining. It's half of that shit is entertainment anyway. So that's, I mean, if you want to talk about performance and entertainment, all that shit, that makes sense. But I think what actually is happening is that she's just pouring gasoline on fires that she sees, and as long as she can make money from that shit, she's done. Like, it's fine. She doesn't care about anything else. So yeah, that's kind of what I think about it. And it's not just for Candace Owens as well. I think some of us feel, and I know I used to when I was just starting off, I think that some of us feel that it's like fighting back. And it can be, especially when there's certain things that are said. It's like, no, bitch, I can't let that shit slide. Like, that shit is ridiculous. But I just think we have to be mindful, you know? Yeah. Adrian, did you hear about the police bill in the UK? Protests now need authorization. Oh, protesters. Okay, see, I was wondering what was going on in the UK. I just didn't now need authorization from the fucking conservative government before they can happen. Otherwise, 10 years. Jesus. So, okay. So you're saying that did it already pass, or is it a bill? It's just a bill that's sitting somewhere. I don't know how specifically the UK government works when it comes to passing bills and shit like that. Is it like, because I did see a whole lot of protests and shit in the UK, but I didn't really want to run my mouth about it because I had no idea what was going on. But there's a bill that is, and they need approval from the conservative government before it can happen. Otherwise, I'm from the UK and it is trash. Oh my God. That literally defeats the, okay. I don't know if it passed yet. I was just asking if it passed. I don't want to spread no misinformation. Oh yes. Oh, I saw. Okay, now I did see that. I saw that where it reminded me so much of what Biden did with our police over here, because from my understanding, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Like literally, just tell me. From my understanding, an incident happened, and they basically used that as a springboard to allow plainclothes police officers to patrol bars or clubs or some shit in the UK. Tell me how accurate that is. Now, the reason, if that's accurate, the reason why I say it reminds me of what Biden did is because they use something that happens. They use violence. They use, literally police misconduct and all types of abuses to say, okay, let's give the police department more money so that they can reform. And we all know that, bitch, if you give somebody who did some fucked up ass shit some money to investigate themselves, what the fuck you think they're gonna find? They ain't gonna find shit but, some shopping bags at the mall, ho. They're going to ball out. What are you talking about? Oh, you did some fucked up shit. So here's, millions and millions of dollars so that your ass can go investigate yourself. And after that shit, tell me what you found. They're not gonna find shit but more goddamn military equipment. It's like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. We aren't stupid. Getting robots and tanks and shit, bitch. Yes, ma'am. Bitch, I saw one of them robot dogs doing all types of tricks and flips and shit. I say, bitch, this is a circus. This is literally Black Mirror ass circus. This is a Blade Runner circus. That bitch, we all the clowns. We are the clowns. We're the clowns. Bitch, I said, bitch, as soon as I saw them hoes, once I saw them making robots in like I don't know, like maybe a couple years back, as soon as I saw them start doing this shit, I said, oh yeah, the military, the police, these hoes, they coming to make a purchase. I said, bitch, as soon as I saw them running and doing it, was one clip where some researcher, some university or some shit did like a video where these robots was doing flips or some shit. I don't know. I saw that shit. I was like, girl, we fucked. I said, these police departments are gonna come down here. Bitch, can you imagine a barcode trying to arrest you, bitch? I said, bitch, if you don't take your ass back to Will Smith, bitch, you think you iRobot? I'll be like, bitch, who the fuck? I wish I would want to be able to do that, but we all know if they send Vision to your goddamn door, bitch, you can't do shit. You can't do shit, bitch. Can you imagine Vision coming to your door, bitch? Guess what, ho? Yeah, one day at Westview, but Uncle Sam said he trying to see you. So, bro, what like you finna get in the car? You want me to just hold you and we blast off into space? What's the T? I mean, I could take you to DC right now. Vision's like, what's the T? You know what I mean? I got one day in Westview, but like the government told me come, they won't see you, bro. I would be like, you can't do shit. And that's why I be, oh my God, I'm so off topic. That's why I be laughing when these people talk about, oh my God, the government's gonna take our gun. No, not that. They say, oh, I will never allow the government to take our guns. And the reason why I have one is to protect myself against the government. Bitch, the government's gonna send Vision after your ass. The government's gonna send Ultron after your ass, and they're not even gonna move from their fucking offices. They literally press the button and they send a drone after your ass. With a GoPro literally hooked on the front so they can see they can see your demise. Like, they don't give a fuck. What are you talking about? These niggas finna protect themselves. These people finna protect themselves from tanks and shit with their little pistols. They're gonna take our guns. Bitch, they don't have to. Fuck you talking about, bro? Bitch, I cannot imagine living like 2100, bitch. And instead of a warrant out for your arrest, them hoes just literally press a button on the keyboard. They press a button on the keyboard and Brainiac himself shows up at your door, bitch. Hate it. So I feel like y'all already know what I'm going to talk about when it comes to this Atlanta stuff. I did not want to put it in the title, but I'm sure that ain't going to make no goddamn difference. YouTube going to be like, nah, bitch, you really tried it. But I think it's important to talk about it. There's so many different angles to this conversation. But the most important one is that this white supremacy shit they are not playing the fuck around. They're not playing the fuck around. And I think that if people are going to be sitting here still saying, oh, we don't know the motive, or we have to, oh, they do. And the reason why, and I know this shit just came out, but the reason why that shit is really crazy to me, if you're not aware, I always do this. I start in the middle of the topic instead of, explaining. If you're not aware, literally, my mom texted me. She was like, are you okay? I was like, what are you talking about? Why? She's like, there's a shooting. I was like, what? There's a shooting in ATL area. And honestly, I don't know if it should even be called one shooting. 8 people were killed at 3 different parlors in ATL. Now, the last time I checked, 6 out of the 8 victims were Asian Americans. Or not Asian. They were Asian people. So on one hand, I think it's crazy that a lot of people are in the media right now talking about, oh, we don't know what the motive is. And I guess legally they can't do that shit, but it's really crazy when you couple that type of behavior with what we all have already seen. And then you couple that with, remember what happened with in Nashville, Tennessee with the bombing. I just think about if a Nick Gurr did that shit, we would still be hearing about that shit today. But even in the week that it happened, a whole couple blocks of a city, even in the week that it happened, these people, the energy almost seemed like, oh, well, there's nothing to see here. We got it taken care of. Y'all need to, it's just, it felt very glazed over. It almost seemed like they were covering it like someone shoplifted and not took half a chunk out of a city. You know what I mean? So you couple that with how a lot of people are viewing this shit, and or how this is being presented. It is so dangerous to be to be more afraid to call it what it is than to dismantle the ideology itself. They are so afraid of moving that because it's a foundation, it is a foundation that this country has been built on. They're so afraid to touch that shit. They're so afraid to call the shit what it is. They're so afraid to even, oh my God, you have to run it through 10,000 different checks. The suspect has to actually say that he's racist before we can. It's just if people are just glazing over this shit, if people are just acting like, oh, well, it's not that serious. I mean, if they're not calling it what it is, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse if people, I don't know. The first thing that pops into my head is Germany. It might not be the best example, but I just think about how Germany did, from my understanding, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, Germany just literally said, girl, this shit was fucked up, and and purged that shit. Obviously, there's still idiots who roam the planet. But I'm talking about culturally. They acknowledged the bullshit and they said, girl, that shit was garbage, and purged that shit, and at least tried to purge that shit. That's the first example. Right, House of Iman. That's the first example that popped in my head. I don't know if it's the best one, but it's just America has not even gotten close. Has not even gotten close to trying, not even acknowledging it. Fuck undoing it or purging the shit. Not even acknowledging it. You see how they were ready to pick up their pitchforks as soon as y'all say, hey, get these fucking slave masters, get their statues. You know what I mean? Get these people who fought to keep, get these bitches off of official government buildings. They were ready to pick up their fucking pitchforks. You know what I mean? So I just think that this is a problem that's just obviously has existed for so long. It has existed for so long. So I'm not acting like it's a new issue, like white supremacy is a new issue, but I'm saying in the modern day, it's like a snowball effect. If you bitches are just going to sit here and just be like, well, girl, I'm not, is it white supremacy? I don't know. I gotta think about it. So you said the suspect came in and said, I wanna see what you darkies looking like. Fuck y'all. Y'all got y'all white ass nose and saying y'all big ass lips over here. You said the suspect said that when he came in the building? I gotta see if he's racist. Nah, I mean, it don't really. You know what? The suspect actually said he don't see color. So how do you? That don't sound racist to me. Girl, what? That's how it sounded. I wanted to, of course, leave you all with some facts about the situation. There have been nearly 4,000 incidents, of anti-Asian racism in the last year. Hate crimes targeting Asian Americans rose 150% in America's largest cities last year. So all that shit is going on and it's horrible. And I can only imagine the how vulnerable certain communities, especially those who live near those places, feel right now. That shit is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But there have been already, the report couldn't come out for 2 minutes before, we start having these conversations. These people start posting shit. Oh, well, how can Black people be better at? What are Black people? What Black people, y'all need to stand up. Black people, what's what? Black people. I'm like, damn, they just apprehended the gunman. Wow. We you see how I get brought into it? And I ain't even did nothing. What about the Black people? I said, ma'am, you have got to start first. Y'all have jumped. Y'all have jumped from, you haven't even talked about the whole section of, hey, guess what, girl? We have a whole lot of anti-Blackness going on in a whole lot of different communities. Nobody want to talk about that shit. When motherfuckers' brains is splattered on the goddamn street and we fucking bleeding out on the street, nobody comes like, oh, how can Asian Americans, how can white Americans, there's no immediate discourse to automate, like, bitch, why are we brought into it? And like I always say, I feel like y'all already understand this. As marginalized people, we all are gonna have to work together. That's very obvious. And we all should stand up for one another. But the conversations are never like this when we are the ones, like, they're never like this. Obviously, I'm not saying that we don't have any allies and nobody looks out for it. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is there's so much anti-Blackness in so many different communities, from Latin, to Asian American to like everybody, that's not even being discussed. And if that was being discussed, if that was being handled, then maybe I could deal with these headlines a little bit easier, because it's like, okay, y'all look out for us, make it make some sense. But bitch, like, we're not gonna act like, you know what I mean? It's just, I think that, yeah, that's it. I think that the allyship that people are looking for, well, first of all, it's never this way, unless it's to be like, where y'all Black people at? They never talk about this unless it's to be like, where y'all Black people at? Yeah, the news always spreads when one of y'all die, but what about us? And it's just like, wow, do you not see all the support coming up for the Asian community right now? Like, do you not see this shit? And I think the knee-jerk reaction to be like, well, where you niggas at? That knee-jerk reaction, I think that's that gives me a symptom of anti-Blackness as well. But it's just, I don't know. I know that they definitely, I think that is a strategy used to keep the fight divided. It definitely is. But at the same time, the reality of anti-blackness in different communities cannot be understated and cannot be ignored. It just cannot be. So, like, we gonna do what we gotta do. But we cannot sit here and act like we ain't fighting our own shit too against everybody. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's it. That's all I want to say. I am actually pretty annoyed every time we see the white supremacist face first before we hear about like the victims and their lives and what happened, and then we got to every time we're gaslit, like, oh yeah, it's not really, how do you know he's white supremacist? He's not really. Every time we're gaslit. Every time we see the person who did the shit first before we even hear about the families and the victims and shit. We have to hear about, we have to hear people shitting on your life experience or shitting on your knowledge about what goes on in this country, especially when it comes to white supremacy. Like, every time it's just like a revolving door. It's so tired. So arrested without incident. Of course he was. Did they bring him fucking Cheesecake Factory too or some shit? Or Cracker Barrel? Maybe, you know, they love that shit. Let me stop. Let's change the topic, please. Oh my God, let's change the topic. This is my last topic. I've been really jittery and moving all over the place. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I will never forget that one interview I did, and I was the whole time I was doing this. The whole time. I mean, I couldn't even watch the shit. I was like, wow, something wrong with your dumb ass. But Christine says she ordered that cracker. All right, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay, let's just talk about this nerdy shit and we'll end the live stream. I don't know. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is kind of looking good to me. I mean, it's looking like it's piquing my interest. It has an R rating, so it's kind of looking cute to me. Like I said, and no disrespect at all to the actors. I think that they definitely, no disrespect at all, but like just the characters themselves. They had to really sell me hard on Miss Falcon and Miss Winter Soldier. Like, they had to sell me hard, mama. Like, one motherfucker got a Pepsi can for a goddamn arm, and the other one, he got these origami wings. Okay, sorry. Girl, I was like, okay, I'm a see. And and I think I'm gonna check it out. Obviously, I'm gonna check it out. But we'll see. It's just, I don't know, child. Any show about men, I'm just like, okay, unless you queer or something. I don't know. Some of these TV shows, they got they bros, like these really broy ass shows with the, two straight men doing shit. It's just like, okay, boob jokes and shit. I'm just like, okay, I'm good. They drinking beer by the bar. Okay. Okay, two straight. I was like, okay, that's why I'm like, I love a good sickening female lead. If it, that's why I gave WandaVision, but you got two straight men doing what straight men do. Okay. Bros being bros. All right, go. Bros being bros. Okay. I'm like, all right, but we're gonna check it out. The girls are saying, what are the girls? Okay, on your side of town, what are the girls saying about Justice League? From what I'm seeing, what's up, Jaya? From what I'm seeing, the girls are saying it's good. I mean, I was really about to cry laughing when I was about to say this shit, but I'm going to try and see if I can hold it together. If it's better than the last Justice League, it's not saying much. but they're actually They're actually saying that it's pretty like it's definitely a major improvement. So I am kind of excited to see what they're going to be serving us. I feel like the Winter Soldier is low key DL. I mean, he should have just married Captain Goddamn America and let it be that. I feel like we're gonna have to wait until New Avengers to even get any type of, LGBT realness in that shit. And girl, I'm so sorry. I clicked onto this with the intent of watching my new self far back, and stimulus came at the same time. Period, bitch. Oh my goodness. People literally, I woke up and went on Twitter and people were just like, "Stimmy me, please." All these people are getting their stimulus checks. I really love that for everybody. I just hate how it took prying, like, to get a one-time $1,400 check. It's probably the last check motherfuckers finna get from this. We should have been getting checks every month, man. I honestly think that's part of the reason why a lot of the media works to keep what's going on in a lot of different countries. They work to keep that shit on the hush. Like I remember there was this one protest that was huge that was happening in India. I don't remember the specifics of it, but it's basically to empower the working class, obviously. And didn't hear shit about that shit. I mean, I have to literally look to see what's going on in front. It was just, they definitely do. Y'all see them folks working on Biden for their check? Yeah, I did see that shit. And that's why it's gonna be the last one motherfuckers get. Because he gonna use all them shit. Y'all satisfied. That's enough. There were countries that were paying people like more than 2,000. Wasn't there like thousands and thousands of dollars per month to keep them afloat? Whew, I know different countries got their issues, but god damn, I know they must be looking at America like, girl, y'all are. Y'all are. The farmers protest, yes! Canada's getting checks every month. It's just, I hate it. They literally had to pry this shit out of his hands. And then I literally don't even engage with the people who are just like, why y'all are complaining about $2,000? First of all, there are countries who got way more than that. Like they're like, oh well, why are y'all talking about $2,000 when it's the 600 plus the 1,400? I don't even engage with those people anymore because I'm like, if you want to lick them boots, I'm not. You know what I mean? I like being able to use my tongue. You want to lick them boots? Get all that fucking dirt on that shit. That's your prerogative. I'm not gonna sit here and act like we all didn't hear Biden say, "Girl, if you get these dumbasses elected, I mean, we're gonna have a two stacks coming out immediately." Literally removing your neck from these politicians, removing your foot from these politicians' necks allows them to be like, I mean, they can do whatever the fuck they want, they got power, but it really empowers them to be like, oh well, girl, that's fine. I know you hungry. You want a couple crumbs off my motherfucking table, bitch? And y'all get the crumb. Start grinding on fucking Biden on social media. Hate it. Why do y'all not want more money? That's why I don't understand that shit. I don't understand it. I think it's literally the brainwashing that has happened in this country. It's like, it's almost like you don't even have a sense of self they try to portray it like that, like you don't have a sense of self if you're getting this free money, if you're not sacrificing your sanity to get a couple extra bucks. It's almost like, well, what are you doing? Why do you want a handout? Bitch, yes. Don't even take that shit as disrespect. Somebody say, oh, you want a handout? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. What do you mean? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Does you want to, like, I hate when people, a lot of us, most of us have to work hard to fucking survive in this bitch. Most of us have endured such ridiculous shit, especially if you're any type of minority in this goddamn country. We have endured ridiculous shit to even survive in this bitch, to keep surviving in this bitch. You mean to tell me I'm not gonna do no like weird ass test or try to pass no test? No, bitch, I want a handout, ho. How much shit they take from us? Like how much shit they pour into goddamn corporations? Like, bitch, yeah, I do. And what's crazy about it is I remember, especially in the beginning of the pandemic, that when people have coin and they see that other people, especially like people who don't have a whole lot of fucking money, especially in the beginning of the pandemic, it was like GoFundMe's, GoFundMe's, GoFundMe. So even when people do get this handout, or even when people are, they're trying to survive, they end up passing the money around to their friends, to their families, to make sure they can survive. They pass that shit around. Oh, bitch, what do you need? You need some help this month? Like, even the handouts that people are talking about, we end up like supporting our friends. We end up supporting people's family. We end up catching up on bills, just to be a lot of people catching up on bills, especially if they were struggling before the pandemic, just to be late again next month. Like, as much as people say, oh, it's a handout, we be like, the people be their own safety net, their own social safety net. And it shouldn't be that way if you're paying politicians to do a job. But yeah, as much as people talk about, oh, they're going to buy TVs and all that shit. First of all, if they buy TV, then they buy TV. You know what I mean? You bitches buy yachts. You bitches buy yachts. You bitches buy yachts. You bitches buy islands. You bitches fuck over small business. You bitches don't pay your motherfucking employees. If these motherfuckers want to buy a TV or a PlayStation, bitch, they gonna buy a TV or a PlayStation. But most times, or a lot of times, in certain cases, and even like I say, even if it's not, it is what it is. And a lot of times they be helping out their mama, helping out their goddamn grandmama, helping out their family, paying bills, catching up on fucking rent. Like, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. So, yeah. I pay my bills so I can help my mom. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, I did not expect to be. Yes, I did. I ain't gonna lie. I always say, oh my God, I didn't expect to talk this much. Bitch, I obviously like talking. So, thank y'all so much for watching. I'm gonna get my life together. Check out Patreon, like I always say, patreon.com/Adrian Expression. Podcast episode just went up. Advice column just went up. A bunch of shit. I be doing 10,000 different things at the same time. Ooh, child. And there's something else. I'm not even gonna say it. I always give it away. I'm not gonna say it. Okay. Love y'all. Stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter, all that shit. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, check my last video. Damn, I look good with Caswell's coming out. Ooh, my song with Caswell and Chanel is coming out on the 19th. Be prepared for that. Now watch the way I walk, bitch. Make sure you buy Tony's armor with your STEMI, child. Yes, as long as it's the one with nanotechnology, I'm fine with that. But I love y'all. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Bam, 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 bam. Bye.